Elon Musk was known for his innovation, intelligence, and unwavering confidence. But today, he decided to test something else: his own employees. Dressed in an old hoodie, faded jeans, and a baseball cap pulled low over his face, he arrived at a Tesla service center on the outskirts of Los Angeles. His sleek black Cybertruck was parked a block away. He didn't want to be recognized immediately. This wasn't just a casual visit. This was a test. As he stepped into the service center, the air was filled with the scent of rubber and motor oil. Employees in their branded uniforms moved about, some assisting customers, others chatting. Elon approached the reception desk, where a young employee, Brian, barely lifted his gaze from the screen. "Can I help you?" Brian asked, his tone laced with boredom and impatience. Elon nodded. "Yeah, I've been having some issues with my car. I was hoping someone could take a look." Brian finally glanced up, scanning Elon's appearance. The judgment was instant. We're pretty busy today. Did you book an appointment?" "No, but I figured I could just stop by," Elon replied calmly. Brian sighed, already dismissing him. "Look, man, we don't just take walk-ins. And honestly, if it's a major issue, you're better off at a regular mechanic. Our services aren't exactly cheap." Elon resisted the urge to smirk. He had built Tesla with the idea that everyone should be treated with respect, yet here he was, being brushed aside. "All right, what kind of repairs do you actually handle?" Elon asked, his tone casual. Brian rolled his eyes, clearly annoyed. "We specialize in high-performance maintenance and elite customer service. We usually deal with top-tier models, if you get what I mean." Elon nodded but remained silent. Before he could respond, another employee, Sophia, stepped forward. "Brian, you know we're supposed to listen to customers before turning them away, right?" Elon turned to the woman who had spoken. Unlike Brian, she didn't seem dismissive. "What kind of issue are you experiencing?" she asked, genuinely interested. "It's an acceleration problem," Elon said vaguely. "I think it might be software-related." Brian scoffed. "If it's software, you'd need an engineer. And we don't exactly have engineers just waiting around for walk-ins." Sophia shot him a sharp look. "One of the techs can at least run a basic diagnostic." Brian threw up his hands. "Fine, just don't waste too much time." Elon followed Sophia to the garage as she called over a technician named Carlos. Unlike Brian, Carlos treated him professionally. "We can hook your car up to the system and run a diagnostic. What model do you have?" Elon hesitated for a moment before answering. "Cybertruck." Carlos raised an eyebrow. "A Cybertruck? Those aren't even officially out yet." Sophia's eyes widened. "Wait, a Cybertruck? Are you—" Before she could finish her sentence, the door to the service center swung open, and in walked a man in a suit, Tesla's regional director, Mike Reynolds. His eyes scanned the room until they landed on Elon. "Mr. Musk?" he asked, his voice tinged with disbelief. The room fell silent. Brian, who had been leaning against the counter, froze, his face draining of color. Elon smiled slightly, removing his cap. "Hey, Mike." Mike hurried forward, extending his hand. "We had no idea you'd be stopping by. We would have prepared something special for you." "No need," Elon said, shaking his hand. "I just wanted to see how things run on an average day." Mike's expression tightened. He had clearly put the pieces together. His gaze darted toward Brian, who looked as if he wanted to disappear into the floor. Sophia, on the other hand, stood tall, realization dawning in her eyes. "So," Elon continued, glancing at the employees, "I came in as a regular customer. No VIP treatment, no special arrangements, just a guy needing help with his car." He let his words hang in the air, watching as understanding settled in. Then he turned to Brian. "You assumed I couldn't afford the service." Brian swallowed hard. I didn't mean to." "But you did," Elon interrupted. "And that assumption? That's dangerous. It's not just about me. It's about anyone who walks through those doors. What if it had been a single mother, a young entrepreneur trying to get their first Tesla? Would they have been turned away too? Brian had no response. He simply lowered his head. Elon turned to Sophia. You, on the other hand, treated me like a person first, not a transaction. That's the kind of employee Tesla needs. Mike stepped in, sensing the weight of the moment. Mr. Musk, I assure you, this will be addressed immediately. Elon nodded. Good, because respect isn't about wealth or status. It's about how you treat people, no matter what they look like. As he turned to leave, he handed Sophia a small card. Tesla has a leadership development program. I think you'd be a great fit. Her eyes widened. Thank you, Mr. Musk. With that, Elon walked out, leaving behind an unforgettable lesson, a reminder that sometimes the smallest moments reveal the biggest truths